Well, I'm Peter Forsberg. I play for the Philadelphia Flyers. You know, I done it since I grew up. You know, I born in Sweden where it's very cold, and that's what we do. We play hockey, and I loved it from since day one. You know, we had an ice rink like 50 yards where I grew up, and we're there every day. All the guys on the street, we played on the street, and we have a elite division team which is placed in the highest division in Sweden, and that was kind of my goal when I grew up, because NHL was not, they didn't show it too many times. There was not too many Swedes that made it over here, and so that was my goal, to make it to that team, and I quit. I played both soccer and hockey kind of growing up, and I quit soccer when I was 15 and kind of just got into hockey and gave everything to be a hockey player right then. I came in, played in the Swedish league when I was like 17 years old, but I thought I had a lot to develop and a lot to get better at, to get the guys that were playing at their level though. So I never thought, you know, I always worked on being better, never sat back and said, you know, I'm good enough to, you know, I don't need to work on it. I always thought I can be better, you know. When I came over here, I didn't think I was good enough to play here, and I thought I was going to get sent down. And I came over late too. I was like 21 years old when I came over, but everything kind of went fast. I didn't try to sit back and think about it. It's just come natural. I was trying to make another team and try to make another level, and I didn't think too much about it. Coaching is a big part of it. You need to have a good background, and especially defensively, how you gotta be on the ice and how you have to work on the ice. You can tell who had good coaches, you know, from juniors and up. I think when you're younger, it's more skating and skill develop. But when you get older, you're 15 up there, you need to know what to do in certain situations and got to play, how you have to play. So I think you can tell who had good coaches through juniors. Oh, definitely. If you can have a little talent, but you need to work hard. It's no shortcuts anymore. Everybody else, if you're going to make it to the pros or at high level, you need to work hard, and you got to do the things you have to do to make yourself as good a shape as you possibly can when you turn pro or whatever you do. You know, it helps you if you're in a good shape, and it's going to make you more confident going in the corners if you do have your body in good shape. It's definitely much bigger here than back home in Europe. I mean, NHL, and it's just a different play field than going back there. My town, we have 55,000 people in my town, and we have an elite division team in Sweden. Is you know, if you compare to New York, it's a little bigger, but still hockey is still the same thing, but it's just in a bigger picture over here than back home. I think parents means a lot. I mean, my dad was a hockey coach, so it was kind of easy for me to go into hockey, but they're there for you. They need to, you know, get you support, but I don't think parents should do too much, or you shouldn't put too much pressure on the kid. You know, when you're growing up, you gotta get to do whatever you love to do, and not get pushed too much. And you see kids that, you know, the parents are all over them if they make a mistake when they're 8 years old, and I think that's the right. You know, you got to go out when you're younger to have fun on the ice, and I think that you should have too much pressure. But I think my parents were great. They didn't push me too much. They just let me do whatever I wanted and have fun with it. But I won 2 Stanley Cups with Colorado there in 1996 and 2001, and it's great feelings to win the cup. It's something unbelievable. As a hockey player, you kind of dreamed about it when you grew up, and then it's an unbelievable feeling. And then I won the Olympic gold '94, and I was 20 years old, and we played Canada in the finals, and everything went to a shootout, and we kind of won it. And the overtime shootout was like the 7th guy going down, and we scored and they missed, and that's how we won it. So it was a pretty tight game, but it was a great feeling. It was the first time Sweden ever won the Olympic gold in hockey, so it was a great memories. Well, being on the postage stamp, it's not as hard in Sweden as here in the United States to get on the postage stamp, but it's after we won the Olympic gold there in 1994, and I had the game-winning shootout goal there, and I kind of put that on the stamp, and it's kind of it's a great honor to be on a stamp. I have to say that. It's kind of funny, you know. When you're 20 years old, you get put on the stamp. It was great. Well, I played in Colorado for 10 years, and I came over here for the Flyers, and it's a good team and a lot of history. You can tell with the fans and everything, they demand a lot, and if you don't make it to the Stanley Cup Finals, you're not doing a good job. So I think it's great playing fans that knows, and it's been great so far. My biggest hockey idol was Håkan Loob when I grew up. He was pro over here for a while, playing in NHL. He was scored 50 goals for Calgary one year, and I thought he was just an outstanding player. He was not the biggest player, but he was very smart and a great goal scorer. So he was my idol when I grew up. Of course, when I got in, played in the NHL, played against Gretzky and these guys. I mean, you're like. You try to apologize every time you almost hit them, and it was great to play against them. But I had a lot of respect for those players, and like Messier, playing against Ray Bourque, Brian Leach, and all these guys, Lemieux. I mean, they were unbelievable players. But on the other hand, when you get on the ice, you can't give them too much room, then they're gonna score on you. So you got to have a fine line there, trying not to be rude to these guys, but you get them. I always try to give them respect, though, because they've been such a great players for so long. It meant so much to hockey. Hardest part, I would say, well, it's a lot of games. You play 82 games, you play the 8 preseason games, maybe, and all the playoffs, and it's pretty hard to stay focused every single game. It's a little mentally, you get up and kind of do the same thing all over again, and you don't even know what hotel room you're in because you've been switching hotels and you're everywhere, and just staying focused for 82 games. I think that's the hardest part. But on the other hand, we're doing what we love and what I'm the best doing. I don't think I could do anything else than play hockey. So that's kind of how I want to get looked at. It's just a hardworking guy that did everything for a team to win.